Place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Phil Bryant,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully support
that I will faithfully support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and obey the laws thereof.
and obey the laws thereof,
That I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
from holding the office of
from holding the office of
Governor of the State of Mississippi.
Governor of the State of Mississippi,
That I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lieutenant Governor. I look so forward to our term of service together. Deborah and I are proud to work with you and Ely in this crowded hour. Thank you, Mr. Chief Justice, for your work in the judiciary and for guiding me through that oath of office. Governor Barber, Senator Wicker, Congressman Harper, Nunley, Palazzo, Speaker Gunn, Senate and House members, and all elected officials, I offer a warm welcome with profound gratitude for your presence here today. I'm joined on this delightful occasion by my family, both immediate and extended, holding my grandmother's Bible for my oath of office is the one who has supported my dreams and challenges for over 35 years. The person who has held my heart in her hands, my wonderful and patient wife, and our new First Lady, Deborah. Governor, she said, keep it short. Also here are my two children, Katie and Patrick, who are the light of my life, and Stephen, who will soon join our family as Katie's husband. I am so grateful for God's great gift of such a beloved family. My two older brothers are here today by my side, as they have been since my earliest memory. Larry, the oldest, set the example with his passion for success and dedication to achieve. Chuck, the middle child, has been the balance between hard work and a love for life. I am here today because I stood on their shoulders. Our parents, Dewey and Estelle, would have been equally proud of their children today. Our mother was the lighthouse in our lives that would bring us home when we lost our way. They were simply the best part of our lives, and we love them with all our hearts. To my mother-in-law, Doris Hayes, I extend a heartfelt thanks for your acceptance and your willingness to allow your daughter to marry a deputy sheriff so many years ago. I know you all, both Hayeses and Applewhites, must be equally surprised today. But you are my family. My world would have been empty without your love and support. To former Speaker Billy McCoy, I'm honored that you're here, Mr. Speaker, and thankful for our years of service together. I ask God's blessings upon you and yours. Speaker Ford, thank you for your leadership when I was such a young House member. God bless you. To newly elected Speaker Philip Gunn, I extend a hearty congratulations, and I look forward to our time together as you serve the great citizens of our beloved Mississippi. And I want to give a very special thank you to Governor Barber and First Lady Marcia for their leadership and service during the most trying times of this state. Mississippi will long remember and appreciate your dedication and sacrifice. I think I can speak for all of Mississippi when I say, well done, our true and faithful servants. A tough act to follow. In addition to my parents, there are others I wish could be here today. I wish have enjoyed Governor and Mrs. Fordyce. Now, Pat would have been gracious with her comments, and Kurt would have said, keep it short, Phil. I was elected to the House of Representatives on the same day Kurt Fordyce was elected governor. I ran for that office after I had the rare opportunity to visit the White House to meet President Ronald Reagan in 1996. Inspired by his admonition to rise above my own self-interest and to stay the course of his conservative revolution, I returned to Mississippi determined to make a difference. Now, I've been blessed on my journey with some unique perspectives of this wonderful place. I've seen it from behind the badge as a deputy sheriff as Mississippi keeps the peace. I've seen it from the records of state auditor how Mississippi spends its money. And I've seen it from the floor of the Senate as to how Mississippi makes its laws, and I might add from the floor of the House of Representatives. At each step along the way, I have marveled at our people. I give my sincerest thanks to the incredible people of Mississippi who made this day possible. You are truly amazing in my eyes, which makes my presence here today as your governor even all the more humbling. Today we start a new administration, one that will reflect upon the success of our past with admiration and respect, while looking for greater achievements in our future. Now, it would be timid and insincere to believe that our problems are all solved and our shared potential exhausted. We must dedicate ourselves to the belief that we may fall separately, but we will surely rise together. And if we are to rise together, we must do so with the inherent characteristics of Mississippi. You see, we are a people of character who value hard work and treasure loyalty to our family, our state, and our country. And as the prophet Isaiah described so long ago, we are a people of faith who will soar on wings like eagles. We will run and not grow weary. We will walk and not grow faint, because our trust is in the Lord. With the Lord's blessings, I want to help the people of Mississippi to be a people of opportunity. I know they are, and there are 4 important opportunities that we will start our work with here today. Every Mississippian should have the opportunity to be gainfully employed right here at home. Every Mississippian should have the opportunity to actually learn from the best educational system we can offer. And every Mississippian should have the opportunity to be born into a mature 2-parent family. Every Mississippian should have the opportunity to make sure that his or her tax dollars are put to proper use. So first, our most important work is to make sure that Mississippians have work. Providing job opportunity is critical for Mississippi's long-term success. And there are 2 sectors we can foster that have incredible promise to bring more jobs to Mississippi over the next decade: energy and health care. Now, Mississippi is becoming a center of power, the very power that fuels modern life. Natural gas, biofuels, solar power, clean coal technology, and tertiary oil recovery are adding to our position as a leader in the energy economy of the 21st century. Mississippi can not only create thousands of homegrown jobs with an energy economy, but we can help this nation become energy independent while we do it. Mississippi's other potential growth sector for enhancement is health care. Now just look around us. Many of us here today are baby boomers. And whether it was hula hoops, automobiles, or housing, we've driven the economy since the 1950s. We will now need additional health care. To meet this demand, I have proposed adding 1,000 new physicians by 2025, knowing that each doctor and the support services surrounding that physician will bring in $2 million into the community in which he or she will settle. To do this, we will complete our new medical school as we also plan for new medical zones across Mississippi. The thousands of jobs that will be created by this public and private venture is just the beginning. The lives that will be saved, the disease that could be eradicated, and the education of the nation's finest medical professionals will be transformational. Together, we can enhance the health of our bodies and the health of our economy at the same time. Now, Governor Barber and I have had a singular focus on economic development for an important reason. When a Mississippian has a job, it changes absolutely everything. A Mississippian with a job doesn't need public assistance, adds taxes to the state treasury, is an example of responsibility to his or her children, and is more likely to avoid crime, to vote, and to participate in the community. Now, thank you. Now, we all know state government can't create jobs, but we can remove as many obstacles as practical to make our state a magnet for the people and companies who do. Every day I am governor, I will make my job will make sure to assure that Mississippians have a job of their own. Second, we must change our discussion on education from one of only dollars and cents to one that makes sense. Early childhood learning, charter schools, classroom redesign, and higher qualifying standards for new teachers will be our goal. We must also attack the dropout rate by allowing our children to take standard high school exams and workforce learning community college at the same time. A dropout who would otherwise be preordained as a societal failure could be valued as a craftsman with such programs. We must refocus our efforts on the most important factor in education, a child's ability to read. Now, we know a child who cannot read at a standard level by the 4th grade is almost always destined to failure. Now, we cannot continue to stand by and allow this failure for Mississippi's children. The future our children live in will be written, and I want them to be able to read it. Third, the epidemic of teenage pregnancy in this state must come to an end. Churches, schools, community organizations, and most importantly, families must realize that the highest teen pregnancy rate in America will eventually cripple our state. Such a change in societal norms is, in fact, possible. 40 years ago, think back, 40 years ago, many of you here today may have been smoking during this ceremony. That was the norm, even in this chamber, and few would have noticed. Society, however, decided that smoking was harmful, and a slow but certain repudiation of that habit began. A similar attitude must move forward regarding teen pregnancy. It must begin throughout Mississippi society with every church, healthcare provider, teacher, and employer who must help in identifying teen pregnancy as an activity as challenging as smoking. Friends, we can no longer turn our heads and pretend the problem doesn't exist. Teen pregnancy in Mississippi must be reduced if we are to reach our full potential. Finally, our people need to know that their precious tax dollars that they send to Jackson are spent with the utmost care. Mississippi's budget process is broken and it must be fixed. Our state cannot be successful in the 21st century with a budget system from the 19th. Most importantly, it is inefficient at a time when we can ill afford inefficiencies. Instead of measuring outcomes and appropriations for success, our state budgets are often set by two deciding factors. What was last year's budget? Numbers. And who do you know at the Capitol? This is no way to treat our people's tax dollars. Now, we will work smarter than our sister states, make spending transparent, and design a budget based on performance, not politics. An appropriation of money will not solve all our problems, but an appropriation of leadership can. Not just the kind of leadership at the state capitol, but the kind of leadership that has helped Mississippi endure great challenges. Friends, Mississippi has endured a civil war, a Reconstruction, a Great Depression, poverty, racial strife, and the worst natural disaster in American history. We have been branded by the rest of the world by these challenges, but the world cannot deny our resilience and perseverance. From a state that seceded from the Union, we are now home to thousands of U.S. military men and women, many you see here today, the most patriotic people in the Union. From the depths of the Delta poverty, we cradle the birth of America's music. From blues to country to rock and roll. From the bitter and righteous struggle for civil rights, we gave inspirational rise to some of the country's foremost writers, musicians, artists, and leaders. With each challenge we have, as William Faulkner said, not only endured, but prevailed. Our endurance and perseverance has been at its best when the water has risen around us. And Mississippi has become accustomed to rising water. Over the last decade alone, Hurricane Katrina and the Mississippi River has given us historic and painful examples of the water's depth. But there is something we have learned from it. The rising water has forced us to higher ground. It has forced us to build stronger and better. It has made us climb to new heights. My fellow Mississippians, it is true that in the years past, our troubles have risen around us like that rising water. But we have persevered. And each time we have climbed to the new perspective of that higher ground. As we make our way deeper into this new century, let us rise together. Let us ascend to a place where the troubled waters can no longer touch us. A place where the view of the water is big and wide and beautiful. Let us rise together, Mississippi. With the guiding hand of God Almighty, let us take that first step up together. God bless you. God bless Mississippi. And God bless the United States of America.